KLA. KLA Tencor. KLAC is the actual ticker on the NASDAQ. It seemed to spark some trading from the ASML quarter, which ASML's up 10% in 2 days after they released their quarter, and it spilled over to KLA because it's a competitor. And I just want to take a good look at it. Good time to review it and see why the interest. First of all, the ASML quarter was not that great. It was revenue was down 6%, earnings per share was down 7.3%. But it's been telegraphed in the industry that the quarters were going to be weak. So that was actually a beat. In fact, earnings per share was a beat by 22%. So it's not as bad as everybody thought. And the long run is still intact, by leaps and bounds, really. The long run, there's an infinite run of how much semiconductors we're going to need in society, and just what the growth is in that area. But there is a little bit of a turnover weakness right now, and I think it's the end of the 4G cycle, starting the 5G cycle pretty soon. We're almost 5G ready. They're starting to just roll it out a little bit. I think Verizon's doing it in a couple of cities, but it's not widespread yet. I don't know anybody with a 5G phone, but it's coming. It's coming, and that will be the next big cycle. So nothing's changed in that regard. So let's take a look though in the model as it stands right now. And as you see, it's a pretty good track record. Good long-term return on invested capital. A little bit of fits and starts in the early 2000s, and then petered out in 2009, which a lot of companies did. That was a really rough period, and then it's just kind of marched straight back up to 21%. So now, even if we get a little bit of a turnover, which we see at the tiniest of turnover in the Q1 data that we have for KLAC, but not much, and a lot less than I was expecting, and a lot less, I think, than the market was expecting. Shares have actually done quite well recently. There was kind of a big scare right around, I guess December, right, when a lot of the semis, and not just semis, the whole market was thinking, oh man, everything's slowing down. This area was telegraphed even more so than just a general slowdown. There were specific to the industry reasons, like I said, end of 4G going into 5G. So anyway, ASML beats, industry's not as bad. All of a sudden KLA gets attention. As you can see, it looks great in our review. Even if we get a soft quarter, I think most investors have already figured it out. You almost have to be living in a cave to not have figured it out. It's been telegraphed. It's not going to be the most amazing quarter. We're going to get something like we got at ASML. Revenue down 6%, earnings down 7%, somewhere in that neighborhood. But that'll be good. That'll be a beat. That'll be great. And it's a great company regardless. Great company long term. Valuation's pretty good. I just see a lot of good reasons to stay in the stock at the moment.